I'm going to do my best to reduce 20 years of memories into the next 4 minutes and 47 seconds. This is the house I grew up in. 193 La Montagne Court. It's a quirky house. This is where the 1998 GMC Suburban slept. That car went everywhere, from 5 a.m. trips to Tahoe to 8 a.m. baseball tournaments at Twin Creeks and field hockey tournaments in Palm Springs. It had a flip-down screen for movies, which was perfect for long road trips. This is Dad's parking spot, and this is Mom's. It's also home to my karate-themed birthday party, where I failed to break a single wooden board. This is the workbench where me and Dad perfected science projects for school, including my mousetrap car in 7th grade and the Rube Goldberg project in 8th grade. This is the sports corner, where the likes of baseball mitts, basketballs, soccer balls, field hockey sticks, and cleats were recycled year after year as me and my sister's athletic interests progressed. The only time it was ever clean was when Grandma Patsy visited. This store was the dog's favorite, because it's where we all walked in the house between 5 and 6 p.m. every night. They were attentive and started barking as soon as the garage door opened. This is the outside fridge. All the good drinks belong here. Gatorade, Coke, ginger ale, and beer. This is the laundry machine, and this is the dryer. We had a rather distant relationship for about 18 years, but it turns out they're not so bad after all. This is the guest room. It's where Grandma and Grandpa stayed, where we wrapped gifts in secrecy, and where I perfected my Call of Duty skills while letting the heat register inflate the blanket wrapped around my body. This is the inside fridge. This was Dad's spot when us kids were in school. It's where he snacked on carrots and pretzels while making our sandwiches, and where the notes of encouragement were written on napkins for us to read the following day at lunch. This is the island. It's where me and the dogs would run in circles chasing each other, and where Swedish pancakes were cooked before all of my biggest life events. This is the counter. It's where breakfast was served, and where we ate casual meals, such as Classic Burger, when we all just wanted some comfort food. Next is the dinner table. Lots of memories were made here. It's where artichokes were sometimes placed over our eyes, and where I became fed up with Madeline singing, and thus the rule of no singing at the dinner table was established. It's where I learned to speak up and say, "It's my turn to talk." This is the family room, where we watched the Giants, Niners, and Warriors win championships and break our hearts, and where I napped every weekend without fail. This is the basketball hoop where I developed my passion for the sport, where Dad beat me whenever he wanted just by shooting bank shots, and where I learned to find joy in pushing myself beyond my limits. This is the dining room, which was reserved for special occasions such as Christmas, Easter, and birthdays. It fostered smiles on our faces and thankfulness in our hearts. The living room, which never felt very lived in, was reserved for giving, of gifts, of time, and of love. This is Madeline's room. I didn't spend much time in here, except when I wanted to bug her. And Lindsay's room is next to it, and for some reason, her door never seemed to stay shut. This is my parents' room. It's where I'd end up if I had a nightmare, wanted to watch Olympic ice skating and snuggle with Mom, or wanted to catch passes from Dad while wearing my Oregon State pajamas. Lastly, this is my room. It's where I retired to after playing catch with Dad and proceeded to sing the OSU fight song at the top of my lungs over and over until I dozed off. It's where I built Ferraris out of Legos and forts out of wooden blocks for my figurines to fight on. It's where I fell asleep to the sound of passing cars and the back and forth of tennis matches. The walls, once portraying the color scheme of a fanatic Red Sox fan, have now been reduced to blankness. Over the last 20 years, my family and I wrote our story within the safety of this home, and it's time to turn the page and let someone else start writing theirs.